Both these teams feature an impressive backcourt.
No question, B.A. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
Let's check out Sacramento's starting lineup. DeRozan and Murray in at the forward spots. Then there's Zach LaVine. Then it's Sabonis. And it's Ellis in at the point guard position. And that one's good. DeRozan.
He just brings a great feel for the game at the offensive end.
Ayton against Sabonis. Ayton inside. Pass to Kamari. Takes the three. Sacramento grabs the miss.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
On the wing, DeRozan. Defended by Avdia. And it's DeRozan missing.
Thin margin of error right there. You have to work for a better shot.
Oh, got that one up quick.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Driving to the basket. Murray for three. That one falls. Nice feed from Sabonis.
Yeah, this is the kind of confidence you love seeing. Murray not thinking twice at all about firing away.
Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. Now here's DeRozan. Pass to LaVine. The three is up. And Ayton pulls it down.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Sharp passes to Avdia. That three's off the mark. Sacramento has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Double team on DeRozan. And Ayton pulls it down.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance.
Oh, my goodness!
What a dunk!
My Lord, the agility on that size. Ayton's on another level.
Well, the truth is, Stan, you lose a franchise legend like Damian Lillard, it really changes your identity.
Oh, it does, Brian. Their offense ran through Lillard for over a decade. Last year was almost a total reset. Now someone has to step up and be that guy. Well, playing his role to perfection, using his size to control the glass for his team.
The second effort. Can't get the layup.
I mean, come on, that's a shot you expect him to make.
Three-pointer Sharp. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
And everybody wants to see what kind of range Sharp has. Looks like the NBA three-point line won't be a problem for him.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
The Blazers have a lot to learn. Coach Chauncey Billups said, I owe it to these players to coach them. The only way I know to do that is with honesty. It's always coming from a good place. Once you know that, then you take it with love. I lead with love. I don't lead with fear. Brian?
It's a Hall of Fame mentality, Allie. He's been in their shoes.
What impresses me most about DeRozan is his footwork, especially when he's operating around the mid-range.
Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for Kamara. Valanciunas, he's checked in for Sacramento. Malik Monk comes in for Ellis. Ayton with a screen. And it's Simons missing. Kings trail by 3. Monk finds Murray. Valanciunas, he's open. He hits the back iron and sinks it.
Well, a smart choice by Murray. Now, you see how the pick and roll changed things, and he dishes the ball at the right time.
Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. That's on Jonas Valanciunas. Portland shooting their first free throws of the night. So for the Blazers, Kamara comes in for Sharp, and it's Scoot Henderson in for Simons. 1:10 left in the first quarter. It's Monk on the wing. Pass to Lyles. Outside Carter. Beyond the arc. Portland with a rebound. Now the Blazers on the move. Here's Avdia. And he slams it in one-handed.
Yeah, great find right there by Henderson. He is such a gifted facilitator.
Outside Monk. They grab their own miss. Here's Sabonis. And Sabonis slams it in.
And that's why you don't give up on the glass.
Man, his efforts well rewarded right there.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the boards. Come on, you can't be doing that. I know these guys want to put on a show, but you can't pass up scoring opportunities.
And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Such a wide open look. Kamare's got 6 points.
Oh, that's impactful defense right there. Finding a steal and instantly turning it into offense.
Sabonis' shot is off. A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through one. It's the Trailblazers. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And what stands out to you from the Trailblazers in this one?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
Yeah, they gave the other team no time to breathe. Every time they got the ball, they were off to the races. And you see how effective this aggressive mindset can be.
On the court for the Kings, second quarter underway. We've got Sabonis. Malik Monk is out there with Trey Lyles. And it's LaRavia in at the 3, the small forward.
You have to be ready to battle when going up against Sabonis. His size and strength can wear defenders down.
Sacramento shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. Well, Grant, in the spring of 2024, a remarkable streak ended. Sabonis had recorded 61 consecutive double-doubles.
Yeah, it was the longest streak since the merger back in 1976. Now, Sabonis has led the NBA in rebounding multiple years. Plus, he has averaged 8 assists in a season, so that is big-time production.
And so Monk will bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. 4-point game. Again, the miss by the Kings. Portland has gone 4 of 9 so far from the perimeter. Henderson for 3. Sinks the tray. Henderson's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Pass to Lyles. Here's Ellis. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Trailblazers.
Well, it shows you how crucial communication is. They clearly weren't on the same page there.
And Sacramento making a change here. Jones is checked in. To the middle. Fades. Connects from downtown.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Pass to Klingon. Second quarter, a little over a minute and a half in. Uses the glass on the layup. Klingon's got his first 2 points.
At 7'2", Klingon is very comfortable in the paint, and he can just own that area.
Jones from outside. It's rebounded by Grant. Portland leading by 6. Henderson scanning the floor. No good on the 3. Sacramento has gone just 1 of 5 so far this quarter from 3. Outside Monk. Over Henderson. Portland with a rebound. Wide open to the hoop. Here's Kamare. Jones with the block. Outside for Henderson. Outside Thibault. Shot clock at 6. And the 3 off target. Kings trail by 6. Monk with it. Picked up by Grant. And a miss there on the triple. All right, Coach, what are some qualities you're looking for in a lead guard?
Well, look, you want a guy that can make plays, that can control the game. When I first got into the league, people thought about point guards as traditional pass-first guys. But now it means more than that. You want a guy who can make plays, whether it's for himself or for his teammates.
So for the Blazers, Denny Avdias checked in for Williams, and Shaedon Sharpe subbed in for Grant. Valanciunas, he's checked in for Sacramento. DeRozan comes in for LaRavia. Here's Levine for 3. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Ayton's got 4 rebounds now. Avdia finds Henderson. On the wing, Simons. And there's a pick. Pass to Aiden. Shoots over Valanciunas. And so the ball out of bounds. Aiden touched it last. Kamara, he's checked in for Portland.
Number 33, Kamara.
Kings trail by 9. Levine feeling it out a bit. Now Monk. The three is up. Sacramento again missing.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
Just 5 on the clock. Here's Simons. Here he goes. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Well, Sacramento is shooting 27% in today's game. Not good.
You know, I have to admire a guy like Anthony Simons. Early in his career, he was seen as undersized, but with his skill and pure athleticism, he balances the scales against bigger players, and he's become a ferocious scorer.
Monk passes to Ellis to win the drought. And Aiden pulls it down. Aiden's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Aiden with a screen. There's Simons with a 3. Count it. His 3rd and 5 attempts.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
And great job to establish position and square up.
And Sacramento with some changes. Sabonis comes in for Jonas Valanciunas. And it's Keegan Murray in for Monk. Simons outside. Pass to Avdia. Here's Kamari. Launches it. Rebound by Sacramento. Sabonis has got 8 rebounds in the game. Here's Ellis. He's covered by Simons. Ellis passes to Sabonis. Knocked loose. Simons with a steal. He got it up. And no good. Tried to get that one to fall. And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers up 14 as we wrap up the quarter. They're communicating well and stringing together stops. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. You look at Anthony Simons, he's been playing really well.
Through the first 2 quarters and change, his perimeter shooting continues to be spot on.
Yeah, he's been locked in tonight. Through the first 2 quarters, he's been a huge factor from outside.
We've got Sharp, Avdia out there with DeAndre Ayton. Then there's Anthony Simons, and it's Kamari in at the 3. That's the group starting the second half for Chauncey Billups. Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. Simons got 12.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. Must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Let's go with a 3. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
He's been so aggressive on offense. And with the results, you understand why.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
Fires from deep. Another miss by Simons. Kings trail by 18. Pass to Murray. Stolen by Sharp. And here's Simons. Right around 1.5 minutes played in the third quarter. The 3. And he's now 6 for 11 after that one.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, the slam dunk is arguably pro basketball's signature play. And forward Nicholas Batum said growing up, you have so much joy in dunking. You're one of the few people in the world that can. But Father Time marches on, and like most vets, he's come to grips with the reality. He said, "My body told me, no more, bro."
Well, leave that to the youngsters now, right? All right, Allie, thanks.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Pass to Ellis. Can they get it? Fires in the triple. Ellis has got his second basket on the night.
Yeah, the defense expects DeRozan to try and score, but he smartly makes the extra pass.
Kings trail by 20. Coach, you talk about guys who are always upping their game. How about Anthony Simons?
Well, Brian, I feel like he's one of the truly under-the-radar scorers in this league. He's put in a lot of time and work, never satisfied with himself or his game, and he just keeps getting better.
Back to DeRozan. Fader on the way. Portland with a rebound. Here are the Blazers with the ball. They're on a 14-3 run. Avdia screen on DeRozan.
2 minutes.
Simons against DeRozan. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Another miss by Simons.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
They kick it out to Murray. Hits the three-pointer. Murray's got 6.
The main role of Murray offensively, hit those threes, spread out that defense.
Now here's Simons. Defense right on him. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Simons got 24.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Unforced turnovers. He'll drive your coach insane.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Grant's checked in. Malik Monk's checked in for Sacramento. Portland leading by 23. Ayton, a screen on Levine. Simons finds Ayton. Puts up a 3. And it's Simons missing. And here's Sabonis. He'll bring it up for the Kings. Murray's shot is good.
And on the fast break, Murray is a threat. We know he loves cutting through any opposition and getting himself a shot.
Kings trail by 20. Monk for 3. And Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got rebound number 7 tonight. There's Simons with a 3. It's rebounded by Sabonis. 5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Up top, Monk. He's covered by Simons. And there's Sabonis. That one's good. On the assist by Monk. 7 points in the game.
Yeah, the touch of Sabonis around the rim. I mean, it's fantastic.
And it's Simons missing. Now here's Monk. Up in time. Anthony Simons has been leading the charge for Portland. He was money from deep. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his teammates.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the court for Sacramento, Trey Lyles is out there with Zach LaVine. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. Then it's Malik Monk, and it's Ellis in at the point guard position. Thibault, that's good. Coach, when you look at the best defensive teams, what's the balance between IQ, the smarts for the game, versus effort?
Well, Brian, it's both. You know, I mean, the effort is a given. You're not going to get anything done in the game without effort. But to be a good defensive team, you have to be smart. You have to understand your opponents, their tendencies, both as a team and as individuals. And if you do that, you can cover up for a lot in terms of just raw athleticism.
And here's Grant from the arc. Valanciunas with a rebound. Sacramento has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Sacramento again missing. The Trailblazers have gotten half of their attempts to fall in the fourth. 2 for 4 now. Klingen's shot is off. For Sacramento, they've gone 0 for 3 in this fourth. Not good. And they get it back. Here's Valanciunas. And the officials call a traveling violation.
When you're trying to cut into a lead, you can't afford that kind of mistake.
Yeah, that's just a lack of focus. Plays like that can really frustrate a coaching staff.
Keegan Murray's checked in for Lyles. For 3, Klingen. Valanciunas with a rebound. Valanciunas has got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Ellis. Oh, Williams with the block. Out of bounds. Kings ball as Sacramento keeps possession. And Sacramento with some changes. Sabonis, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. And DeRozan is subbed in for Monk. DeRozan. Sacramento again missing.
His shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
For 3, Klingen. Connects from downtown.
They're really employing a deep-range initiative here in the fourth, and it's working.
Yeah, it's always a little risky to lean this hard on the three-point shot, but when you're knocking him down, you might as well keep riding.
Hits the trifecta. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Trailblazers.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
And also, attacking in transition has been working for them. I mean, credit them for running the break well and being opportunistic.
Inside. Williams in the post. He's against Murray. Rebound by the Kings. Sabonis is on the wing. DeRozan. They kick it out to Murray. Pass to Ellis.
2 minutes.
Grant against DeRozan. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And that's where the frame of DeRozan comes into play. So good at bodying up to get his.
Henderson for 3. Rebound by the Kings. Sabonis has got 15 rebounds here tonight. And they'll get another chance. Out of bounds. It'll be Portland's ball.
Portland ball.
Benton, he's checked in for Thibault.
Number 5, Delano Benson.
They've got a commanding lead.
It just seems like everything is going their way.
Outside for Grant. Fires for 3. Knocks it down from distance.
No hesitation from Grant. He's not bashful shooting off the catch when given the chance.
The 3 from DeRozan. Knocks down the long J. DeRozan's got 8 points here in the quarter.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Grant finds Henderson. The 3 ball. Oh, deflected. 4 on the clock. Oh, it's stolen by DeRozan. And they're on the run.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Trailblazers.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
BA, it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Anthony Simons.
A quality offensive outing. When you get it going like he did, I'll tell you, it's one of the best feelings in basketball.
And the shot's good.
That's an inspired ball club. They fought hard, and during the most important moments, they made big plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this one.
Here's DeRozan. Clock at 6. Lets it fly. Again, the miss by DeRozan. Here's Klingen from deep three-point land. That shot off. So no problem for Portland as they get the win. Boy, they were something special to watch tonight, and the crowd loving every...
to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
Now Golden State's starting five. In the backcourt, we'll see Curry and Podziemski. Moses Moody is out there with Jimmy Butler. And it's Green in at the center position. Now here's Simons. Just 4 to shoot. And it's in there. Simons has got the scoreboard going with his first points of the night for the Trailblazers.
And the first of many to come. Explosive offensive talent on both sides.
And if everything goes to plan, this could be a very fun matchup to watch.
I mean, what can we say about Steph's jumper that hadn't already been said?
David Aldridge had a chance to catch up with head coach Chauncey Billups. Dave, what do you have to say?
We talked about the daunting task of facing Steph Curry. Coach said, Curry makes your entire five guard him. Steph might be the best conditioned player in the league. He is constantly moving. It makes him so difficult to track. So, of course, it's not just Curry shooting that presents problems. Guys?
Thank you, David. Shot by Podziemski, no good.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Lets it go from deep. Avdia, the pass to Simons. From downtown, it's good for his second make. He's made 2 or 3 so far.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Podziemski with it, defended by Sharp. Back to Curry. Here's the 3. They grab their own miss. Here's Moody. From outside, off the mark. Trailblazers have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. And Simons wide open. He'll fire. And another 3 for Portland.
And the dime going to Ayton, expanding the passing part of his game.
Richard, we know that not many teams have had steady core players like the Warriors have had over the past decade.
Well, there's so much player movement these days, and it's hard to keep any roster intact, let alone a superstar team like Golden State.
Trailblazers making a switch here. Grant's checked in.
And you know with Curry, what impresses me most is his efficiency. That's not something we normally see in a high-volume jump shooter.
Now, here's Simon. He's got 8. Pass to Sharp. Back to Simons. Jacks up a 3. And Moody pulls it down.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
And it goes down 2 points. Curry's got 8 points.
Impeccable touch from Steph.
And Simons has got the ball here for the Portland Trailblazers. Ayton a screen on Curry. Outside, Simons. A 3-pointer, no good. Golden State's gone, just 1 of 4 from 3-point range here in the first. But Trey. Green against Simon. Pass to Moody. Sinks the triple.
As team first as anyone in this league, Green is always looking to dish.
Simons against Curry. Left side, Avdia. Outside, Simons. Will it go? Portland, no good that time either. Warriors leading by 3. And here is Moody. Puts up a 3. Another 3 for Golden State.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Sharp on the wing. He's defended by Podziemski. Ayton a screen on Curry. Simons from outside. Again, Simons missing. Golden State's gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. Green, the screen. Well, a careless foul, and he'll go to the line for 3 free throws. It didn't take long for Podziemski to establish himself as an elite charge taker.
The funny thing about the game of basketball is that some things can't be taught. Pods clearly has the it factor when it comes for the timing that it takes to draw charges. He can steal a few possessions for you every single game.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Trace Jackson-Davis is checked in for Draymond Green. Jonathan Kuminga comes in for Butler. And it's Payton in for Moody. Now here's Payton. Here's Kuminga. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
Curry against Henderson. Pass to Kamare. And Brandon Podziemski gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
First team foul. Substitution for the Warriors. Number 7.
Here's Kamare. Grant surveying the D. Just 5 to shoot. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Here's Klingon. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Warriors. He notched 8 points in the quarter. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Warriors.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And they've also done a great job converting their opportunities at the stripe. Lots of chances and making the most of them.
Grant is out there with Klingon. Then there's Matisse Thybulle. Then it's Henderson. And it's Kamare in at the 3. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Thybulle for 3. The Trailblazers get it back in a new 14. There's the triple. It's hauled in by Jackson-Davis. Warriors leading by 12. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Blazers are in the midst of a rebuild. Coach Chauncey Billups said it's been a tough couple of years. I'm just here every day grinding through it, helping my guys the best I can. I'm ready for that challenge and that pressure to go out and compete with these best teams. In the NBA, Kevin, this sort of thing takes time.
A lot of time, but the West is tough, David. Thank you. Here's Kamare. Hasn't made one yet. Payton against Grant. Stolen by Henderson. From the arc. Good on the triple. Henderson's got it back down to within single digits for Portland.
Such a confident young man. Scoot just goes for it.
Curry against Henderson. Curry dishes to Payton. Back to Curry. Shot clock at 6. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Driving to the basket. Pass to Henderson. Lets the 3 fly. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2. And you know, Greg, we're seeing so many teams utilizing the dribble handoff.
And it really forces the defense into a bad spot. Can create situations where the offense has an advantage, and then it allows you to kind of seek out the matchup.
And Portland has possession after the 3-pointer from Stephen Curry. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Healed outside. Pass to Payton. There's the pick from deep. Lets it go with the 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Payton's got the lead up to 12 now for the Warriors.
Draw them in and kick it out. Great execution to open up an easy look from outside.
3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Henderson for 3. Warriors with the rebound.
Oh, he really wanted that triple. Even though he missed, I really like the competitiveness I'm seeing.
Outside, Payton. Curry looking it over. Pass to Hield. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Pulls up, and it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Ayton, he's checked in for Klingon. Avdia comes in for Grant. Sharp's checked in for Matisse Thybulle. And it's Simons in for Henderson. Different look here for the Warriors. Green, he's checked in for Trace Jackson-Davis. Jimmy Butler comes in for Kuminga. Moody's checked in for Payton. And it's Brandon Pajemski in for Curry. Simons on the wing. Beyond the arc. Draymond Green pulls it in. Warriors leading by 9. Fades away. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
And the release of Butler's jumper, it's so smooth. He has no problem knocking it down from mid-range.
There's 49 seconds left to play in the first half. Again, Simons missing.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Butler in the corner. Butler loves the three-point look.
And down in the corners, Butler can be dangerous. He's pretty comfortable with that shot.
And Simons, here we go. Pass to Ayton. Tries a three. And he's good on the three ball.
For real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Butler is screen on Simons. Here's Pajemski, covered by Simons. Pass to Moody. Launches it. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's the Golden State Warriors holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. Defensively, they have got... All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Curry with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
And on the floor for Steve Kerr as we get into the second half. In the backcourt, we'll see Curry and Pajemski. Butler out there with Moses Moody. And it's Green in at the 5.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Here's Butler. And it's Ayton with the rebound.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
When it comes to players who like having fun, great Jimmy Butler has to be way up there.
Did you see his media picture for the 23-24 season? He looked like he belonged in an emo band with that hairstyle. Jimmy is definitely one of those guys that likes to troll and have fun.
An absolute problem in these pick and rolls. Green can beat you with either his passing or his scoring ability.
Down low, outside for Curry. A three-pointer off the mark.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Back to Simons. It's good from long range. Simons has got 6 here in this quarter.
Nice vision from the youngster, Sharp that time.
Warriors leading by 10. Outside for Curry. Here's Pajemski. Defended by Sharp. They set the pick. 6 to shoot. Curry! What else is new?
What a response from Curry. Gotta know he's coming for his revenge.
Here's Simons. Sharp on the wing. Back to Simons. Fires the 3. Warriors with the rebound. Outside Butler. outside Curry. From the arc. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
Just to Kamare. Simons from outside. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Simons has got 9 points here in the second half. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, D.A.?
Kevin, last season, Draymond Green got his three-pointer going again. He said, over the years, my shot took a dive. It was in large part because I couldn't get in and out of my hips. They were messed up. He was getting my movement patterns right. Kevin, my hips haven't been the same in years, but Draymond's are good. Now they've made him tough to deal with. Back to you.
Your hips are pretty good, David. I've always said your hip. Floor spacing, always critical. Good point, D.A. Misses the three. Warriors leading by 10. Green with the ball. And Simons picks him up defensively. Took the opportunity when he saw it. Podziemski's got 6 points.
Such a slept-on attribute of his. Draymond can handle the rock.
Avdia, a screen on Curry. Simons kicks to Avdia. Sharp sets the pick for Simons. Again, Simons missing. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for Golden State. Pass to Podziemski. 56 seconds left in the third quarter. Now here's Butler. Over Ayton. And the rejection by Ayton. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. A different look now for Portland. Grant, he's checked in for Shaedon Sharpe. And Scoot Henderson subbed in for Anfernee Simons. And the Warriors also making a change. Payton, he's checked in for Moody. Here's Kamare. Defended by Butler. Henderson, no good. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. And some changes here for the Warriors. Looney's checked in for Draymond Green. Kuminga comes in for Brandon Podziemski. And it's Buddy Hield in for Stephen Curry. Kuminga, screen on Williams. The shot by Butler, nobody around. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Here's Klingon, defended by Looney. And it's the Warriors on the break. Right side Kuminga, and that's going to do it. Some good defense down the stretch to end the quarter. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
A lot of times a spectacular pass is more impressive than a spectacular shot. This is one of those times.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. We've got Williams. He's out there with Grant. Klingon is out there with Scoot Henderson. And it's Benton in at the 2. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Curry finds Kuminga. Back to Curry. Launches from deep. It's deflected. Curry against Henderson. Pass to Klingon. They get it back. Grant for 3. A shot off that time. Warriors leading by 11. And there's the foul. It'll go on Delano Banton. That's his first foul. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Rupert's checked in. And the Warriors also making a change. Podziemski's checked in. Offensive rebound. Henderson outside. There's the triple. Pass to Rupert. And stolen by Payton. And a deep 3 from Curry. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistently.
Golden State's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. No one near Payton as he lets it go. Sinks the triple. Payton's got the lead up to 14 now for the Warriors. Beyond the arc. Portland again missing. The Warriors have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. The shot by Looney, no good.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
Lets it go from deep. Swinging shot is off.
You know what? He's got to look to get other guys involved. The three-point stroke is off.
Knocks down the 3 ball. Payton's got 6 in the quarter.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Effort like this makes you wonder if they've already packed it in for the game, ready to go on to the next. Got to at least show a little heart out here.
And the call will go against Jonathan Kuminga. That is his first foul of the game. So Portland ends up going with the new group. Then for the Warriors, Green he's checked in for Kevon Looney. Jimmy Butler comes in for Kuminga. Moody subbed in for Gary Payton. Curry fires from way outside. Rebounded by Kamare. Trailblazers trail by 20. Sharp. And again, it's the Trailblazers missing. Latrey. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Sharp. That's good.
And nice work on the perimeter. Defenses must respect Sharp's range.
From deep, Green. Avdia with the rebound. And for Portland, they're shooting at a 32% clip from the field. They're just not executing. Warriors leading by 17. Podziemski on the wing. The 3. Buries it from 3-point range.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct.
Back to Sharp. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Snatched up. Lets the 3 fly. Drains it from beyond the arc. Sharp's got a couple of 3-pointers now in the 4th for the Trailblazers. 3-pointer, Butler. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
Yeah, right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Warriors.
They found a great rhythm from long range.
Yeah, Kevin, every time they left a man open deep, he'd get a good shot at the basket. Didn't hesitate, and that aggression paid off.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Stephen Curry.
I think people could learn a lot from how versatile he was in this one. Whatever the situation was, he found a way to be a difference maker.
Pass to Kamare. Puts it up from 15. A 3 ball. Hands it from downtown. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. And the wide open shot from Green. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Here's Kamare. Defended by Moody.
Warriors foul. Stephen Curry. First personal foul.
And the first one drops.
At the line for your Trailblazers.
And he can't hit the second. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. To come. Much appreciated, David. Thank you for joining us. That'll do.
are fierce rivals.
Oh, yes, they are, B.A. I love playing in these type of games. I mean, the fans are extra loud. The players are fired up. This will be fun.
All right, checking out Golden State's opening lineup. Curry and Pods make up the backcourt. Green out there with Butler. And it's Moody in at the 3. Here's Ellis. Pass to Levine. Sends it home from three-point land.
He had to get it away, and he did. Levine with the quick release.
They set the pick. The 3 from Curry. He drops it from range.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Oh, swiped away. Takes a 3. And the Warriors with another 3.
I mean, he's like a magician how quickly he gets that shot off. Was it ever there?
And when you look back at the 2023 draft, the Warriors got great value out of their picks.
Yeah, I mean, they got Podziemski with the 19th pick, a versatile player who impacts the game at both ends. And they also got Trace Jackson Davis late in the second round. And he is a fundamentally sound big man with great upside.
Here's Curry. Sacramento getting their last shot to go. Green with a screen on Levine. Here's Podziemski. And it's good. Off the back rim and in.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Pass to Moody. Outside for Butler. 4-3. And the Warriors with another 3.
Well, Jimmy Butler's 3-ball is just going to extend that defense, and now he's going to make plays inside.
Murray, no good. Golden State with the ball. Big run right now for him. 11-2. There's the 3. Offensive rebound. The kick out. Curry. And that's a foul called on Domantas Sabonis. That's his first foul.
Tough break for the defense. I mean, he took the hit, but he didn't get the call.
And Sacramento making a change here. Monk's checked in. Curry's shot is off. Sacramento has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Murray from outside knocks down the triple.
Yeah, this is the kind of confidence you love seeing. Murray not thinking twice at all about firing away.
And again, no good by Golden State. Kings trail by 3. A deep 3. And it's Monk missing. The Warriors have gone 4 of 8 and looking in control. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, one nickname you hear for DeMar DeRozan is the lone mid-ranger. He said you can operate freely in the mid-range. It's like an ocean out there. If you're smart, you can take advantage of the space and pick teams apart. Brian?
He's an expert tactician working in between. Thanks, Allie.
So fast off the catch, Curry sometimes downright impossible to guard.
When we talk about the top players in the league, Brent, Domantas Sabonis can get overlooked.
You wonder if the record was a little bit better last year for the Kings, where he might have finished in the MVP voting, because this guy led the league in rebounding, and he put up 8 assists per game. So top 10 in MVP, that could have moved up a little bit with a winning record. He is a legitimate star at his position.
Now the Warriors with it. They're on a 14-5 run. Rebound by Sacramento. Sabonis has got 4 rebounds now. Pass to Levine. Now here's Sabonis. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Levine. Sabonis has got 5.
Well, that's a bonus right there to have Domantas step out and shoot the 3 and stretch out the defense.
The 3 from Curry. Rebound by Sacramento. Sabonis has got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Levine for 3. Jimmy Butler with a rebound.
That's exactly how you have to defend him on the perimeter. Can't allow any space.
Outside Moody. 36 seconds left in the opening quarter. 6 to shoot. And here's Curry for 3. That won't go either for Curry. Kings trail by 3. Sabonis looking over the floor. And DeRozan, here we go. Lays it up and banks it in.
And that's where the frame of DeRozan comes into play. So good at bodying up to get his.
No problems knocking that one down.
Two teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
Sabonis outside. Stephen Curry getting it done for the Warriors. Hitting 3 trays in the quarter, providing some sharp shooting. We'll be back in a moment. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Warriors.
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down from the three-point land never hurts.
So much good energy and flow tonight, and that has really come out of great ball movement. Guys have been open, and as soon as they are, they get the ball.
So on the floor for Golden State to kick off the second quarter. Curry and Hield to the sharp shooting backcourt. Kuminga is out there with Trace Jackson-Davis, and it's Payton in at the 3, the small forward. Here's Curry. Curry at the rim.
Curry's so good at working the angles inside, just adapting to the situation.
And Brent, the Kings have the pieces to compete and finally creating some stability.
Yeah, after that 16-year playoff absence, just being a factor in the West has Sacramento and their fans really, really exciting. Again, the pieces are there. Will they push it this year to get back in the mix?
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. Kuminga's got his first 3 points of the game.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
The Warriors lead by 4. Here's Jackson-Davis. Offline with a 3. And here's Sabonis. He'll bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. With the 7-footer. Tried to bank it in, but it misses. The Warriors have got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. Pass to Hield. Here's Payton. Hield, a screen on Sabonis. Payton. He buries it from 3. And now it's a 7-point Warrior lead.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Carter, the pass to Sabonis. Drills the elbow jumper. Sabonis has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And that's what makes Sabonis such a tremendous offensive player. He will score from all 3 levels.
Curry, no good. Sacramento has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Sabonis' shot is off.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
Jackson-Davis misses.
Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot, even with little or no defense on you.
And the basket by Monk. Well, Brent, league-wide, more and more points being scored. You see that tapering off at any point?
BA, with all the rule changes and what we're seeing in terms of the skill set of players growing, I mean, the scoring is just going to keep going. How far can we go? I don't know. I feel like we're topping off a little bit. The only way we're going to score more points in the game is add more time to the clock.
Sacramento has gotten 5 of 11 threes to drop so far in this game. Back to Sabonis. From deep. And another Sacramento 3.
Sabonis, such a difficult guy to guard, and right now he is going off.
Carter against Curry. Oh, Curry, just nasty from downtown.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
To the paint. Oh, a dunk and a foul! A powerhouse move! He's got a chance for 1 more at the line. It's going to be on Jonathan Kuminga. And some changes here for the Kings. DeRozan is checked in for LaRavia. Zach LaVine comes in for Monk. And Ellis is subbed in for Carter. And a new group getting ready for the Warriors. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Jackson-Davis. Jimmy Butler comes in for Kuminga. Moody's checked in for Payton. And Podziemski subbed in for Curry.
Well, that's good teammate stuff right there. Looking for your guys. Buddy Hield has a strong feel for when to give it up.
Here's Sabonis. 51 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Oh, it's blocked by Green. Hield on the wing. This one for three. And the Warriors with another three.
Wow, Hield has a beautiful release on his shot right there. Just barely off of his fingertips and buttery soft.
Outside Levine from deep three-point land. Rebounded by Butler.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Butler with a steal. There's the triple. Sacramento grabs the miss. Here's Levine for three. They get it back. Pass to Sabonis. Back to Lyles. Over Green. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Warriors ahead, up by 5. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit.
Give me a beat. They're measuring up the shots.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Stephen Curry having a dominant impact in this game.
And the bulk of his production has been generated along the perimeter.
Yeah, he keeps tracking down those spots behind the three-point line and finding some open opportunities.
The duo inside, it's Murray and Sabonis. Then there's Zach LaVine, then it's DeMar DeRozan, and it's Ellis in at the point. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. Here's Sabonis.
I just keep watching Draymond Green and keep being impressed by what he does defensively out there.
And let's talk about Draymond Green for a moment. Certainly one of the most outspoken players in the league, Brent.
Well, Draymond has never held back, whether he's talking about his opinion or the way that he sees the game, which is remarkable and a revelation to his intelligence as a defender on the floor. Draymond Green has been special on the defensive end throughout his career.
The Warriors lead by 5. Curry surveys, puts up a deep three.
Yeah, great work on defense right there. Shooters have to be careful when Murray is lurking nearby. I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts, but otherwise the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself. That's one of the best three-point shooters. You've got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
And that one's good. Green.
How about that answer from Draymond Green? You don't think the competitor in him wants to step up and answer the call? He did it there.
From the arc. Ellis's shot is off. And it's Green with the ball for the Warriors. It's a 5-point game. Pass to Moody. Green with a screen on Sabonis. Here's Moody. Rebound by Sacramento.
I know it's about defending the post and the three-point line these days, but still got to be active in the mid-range area, and the defense gets away with one there. I just don't think they want him taking that kind of shot. Again, his teammates are just laughing, shaking their heads there on the bench.
Outside Curry. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Sabonis. Sabonis has got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Pass to Levine. And the ball out of play. The Warriors will have it. And coach must have had a really good look at this one. He called a coach's challenge for the out-of-bounds violation.
This call is all about viewing perspective.
The officials want 2 minutes to review the play.
Matter of where the action takes place on the court.
Hey, when you're on the bench and see what looks like an obvious mistake on this call, you almost have to challenge. No matter when it comes in the game, you don't want to surrender any possessions. And the ruling has been made. They're going to uphold the original call on the out-of-bounds violation.
And as a coach, it stings to lose a timeout on a failed challenge, but it's a risk worth taking to make absolutely sure that you're not going to lose a possession on a blown call.
And the Kings have held tough, but it seems like the West has gotten tougher, Greg.
Well, what's the saying? If you're not getting better, you're getting worse. And the Kings have to find that next level.
Malik Monk's checked in for Sacramento. The three from Curry. Outside Payton. Out of bounds. It'll be Kings ball. Kings trail by 3. Here's Sabonis. Count it. Sabonis has got 16 points now. Right around 3 minutes into this second half. Outside Curry. And there's the foul. It's on Malik Monk. That's his first foul.
And yeah, he still was moving at the point of contact.
We've got 1:55 left in the third quarter here. The three from Curry gets the 3 ball to go. 17 points in the game.
Yeah, all those things that Steph does before the game, and you think there's no way he's pulling those off in the game. Guess what? He's pulling them off in the game.
Sabonis finds Murray. That one falls. Nice feed from Sabonis. Sabonis has got 6 assists here tonight. Green with a screen on Monk. Jacks up a 3. And Curry answers with a 3 of his own.
Well, the moment that ball went through on the other end, you could see Steph wanting the ball back. And of course he did it. That's the answer.
The Warriors lead by 4. Outside Podziemski. And stolen by Murray. And pushing it up. Here's Sacramento. Levine with it. Now guarded by Butler. Sabonis in the post. Misses the baby hook. The Warriors shooting only 42% from behind the arc. And the Warriors with another 3.
Well, Draymond Green must be feeling good because no hesitation in that one there, letting it rip.
Sabonis against Green. It's Monk on the wing. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. And the Warriors shooting just 36% in the third. Green for 3. DeMar DeRozan grabs the miss. Kings trail by 7. 3-pointer. And it's Monk. That time on the assist by Sabonis. Sabonis has got his 7th assist here tonight. Green with a screen on Monk. The 3 from Curry. Rebound by Sacramento. From deep 3-point range. Can't hit that one. And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Woo, I'm fired up to see this dish one more time. It's always great to see your 2 guards share the wealth.
Well, sometimes that's what can separate some of the best players, not just creating for yourself, but creating for others as well.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. On the court for Golden State to start the fourth. Curry and Heel to the sharp-shooting backcourt. Gary Payton II is out there with Kuminga. And it's Jackson Davis in at the 5, down low. Now here's Sabonis. Pass to Monk. Back to Sabonis. 6 on the shot clock. Late clock here. The Kings need to get one up. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over. Looney's checked in for Jackson Davis.
For the Warriors, number 5, Kevon Looney.
The Warriors lead by 7. Outside Curry. Nice move. Yep, right through the net. Curry's got 11 points here in the second half.
Curry's jumper just so pure, he can go up from just about anywhere on the floor and knock him down.
Ellis passes to Sabonis. Over Looney. Sabonis can't hit.
Well, that's a shot they want just about on every possession if they can get it. He doesn't make them all, but still very much a high percentage look.
The offensive rebound. Great positioning on the putback. And now it's an 11-point Warrior lead.
Looney in the right spot there. Good presence on the inside as he boxes the defense out and sends the ball right up.
Lets the three fly. From downtown, sinks the tray.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Good.
Sabonis working close in the basket. He likes those tight quarters. He's so skilled down there.
Murray's checked in for Sacramento. DeMar DeRozan comes in for Monk. And a new group getting ready for the Warriors. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Looney. Jimmy Butler comes in for Kuminga. Moody's checked in for Payton. And Podziemski's subbed in for Hield. Here's Curry, outside for Butler. Oh, it's stolen. Levine passes to DeRozan. Butler with a steal. On the break. And here's Curry for three. Rebound by Sacramento. Sabonis has got 14. Yep, 14 rebounds for him tonight. Shot by Levine, no good. Here's Golden State. They've outscored them 10-2 during this run.
He's been tremendous at corralling misses all night long.
Yeah, it's almost like he's got a magnet on that ball here tonight. He's in the right spot all the time.
And so it's Curry with it. He brings it up for the Warriors. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. The shot. Oh, not wasting any time and taking the shot and hitting it. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth now. Pass to Moody. Green, a screen. Moody on the wing, defended by DeRozan. 5 on the clock. Green for three. It's rebounded by Sabonis. Sabonis has got his 16th rebound on the night. Fires the three. Drains the triple. Sabonis has got 9 points here in the second half.
Excellent timing from Sabonis there, shooting it off the bounce.
Curry, no good. Kings trail by 7. Here's Ellis. The shot is good on the assist by Sabonis. Sabonis has got assist number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Green, a screen. The three from Curry. Gets the three to fall. Curry's got 8 here in this quarter.
And I think this hometown crowd is in shock as the visiting squad fires right back with a three of their own.
Here's DeRozan. Rebounded by Green. The Warriors lead by 7. The three. That shot missing. The Kings have gotten 4 of 9 shots to go in during this fourth quarter. Pass to DeRozan. Sabonis in the post. Working on Green. Sabonis can't hit.
Well, the defense was right up on him, so electing to go for the fadeaway there to create some room, well, that makes sense.
Butler can't get it to go.
At this point, it just feels like it's over.
Do you want to keep expending energy, or do you want to start thinking about the next one?
Look at Murray stepping up big time. I mean, we know he wants to be a trusted scorer when they need a bucket, and he shows it. And right here, they can't waste any time.
Well, it's probably a little bit too late here, but you really need to score a bucket here to stay alive.
And it's in. Oh, what a sensational bucket. That brings it within 1. And there's the foul. It'll go on DeMar DeRozan. That's his first foul of the game.
And a smart choice right there. I mean, you can't allow them to just drain the clock.
And now we've got an intentional foul. He drops the first one, and that'll put him up 2. And so he drops them both, and it's a three-point game.
That last one was a difference maker. It pushed it from a 2-point lead to 3.
And so the big win by Golden State in a tight game. And this was all right, Allie, thank you. And that about wraps it up. So alongside Grant Hill, Allie.
A clash at the center position.
Yeah, and Kevin, the way the game has changed, we don't see these kind of big men matchups much anymore. And so it's great to see one where two great big guys going at it, and they're going to go after each other.
And Stan, you know what you're talking about. You've had the opportunity to coach some great big men.
Oh, I have. I had Shaquille O'Neal, Dwight Howard, Andre Drummond. I seem to always have good center.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Sharp out there with Anthony Simons. Then it's DeAndre Ayton. Then it's Avdia. And it's Kamare in at the small forward position. And here we go. DeRozan, nobody back. Levine kicks to Murray. Ellis, the pass to DeRozan. And here's Sabonis. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Hey, Greg, one thing that the Kings have had work for them over the last few seasons is their depth.
And have made some shrewd moves to fill out their bench. Got great contributions from their 6 through 10 players. It's been a big part of their recent success.
So it's Sacramento. Trailblazers knocking down the tray. And there's the call on DeAndre Ayton. That is his first foul of the game. Sabonis against Ayton. Sabonis, the pass to Levine. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And over the years, Levine has put on the muscle, which helps him on those challenging finishes at the rim.
Now, here's Avdia. Pass to Kamare. Back to Avdia. Simons, the pass to Avdia. Clock at 4. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. And it's Ayton missing. For Sacramento, they've gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Here's Sabonis. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what. If he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
Kamare misses.
I can't believe he missed that 3. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving him.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
Greg, give us one word to describe Domantas Sabonis on the offensive end.
Kevin, I guess I'd say dominant, but that only scratches the surface. The way Sabonis drops dimes, hits shots, and controls the glass, dominant just doesn't even really begin to say enough.
Sacramento making a switch here. Monk's checked in. Now, here's Avdia. The kick out to Simons. Avdia with a screen for Simon. And it's a great finish!
Oh, my gosh.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, he gets up. And there's the whistle. That goes on Denny Avdia. That is his first foul of the game. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for the Kings. Timeout is called. First of the game for Sacramento. And the Kings making a change here. Sabonis is checked in. Puts it up, and it's Ayton with the rebound.
I like where he took that shot. The D was just too strong.
Grant, that's good.
And I love Grant's mindset. Readies himself to shoot as soon as he touches the ball.
Good ball movement here by the Kings. Sabonis kicks to Murray. And stolen by Simons. Who's got Anthony? Fires the 3. Pass to Avdia. The shot by Sharp. Nobody around. Nailed from three-point land.
Great at creating shots. Sharp did it there with that catch and shoot.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin. The Kings head coach gave me a few minutes. Now, he highlighted the problems that come along with facing a center like DeAndre Ayton. Coach said DeAndre impacts the game on both ends of the floor. He can score inside, shoot the mid-range jumper, and defensively, he can protect the rim and switch out on the perimeter. Certainly a talented young center. Back to you guys.
Thanks, David. For three, they get it again. From deep, gets the three-pointer to fall. Simons has got 11 points.
Totally unselfish play there from Ayton. Sends the ball to someone with a wide-open look.
DeRozan finds Sabonis. Can they get it? He can't get it to go. Some solid defense from Ayton. Sharp on the wing. 16 seconds left in the first quarter. Outside, Avdia. Grant with a screen on Monk. 5 to shoot. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. It's Sabonis with the drive. Uses the glass to finish the layup. 8 points for him.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
And we reached the end of the first quarter. It's the Trailblazers leading by 7. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Trailblazers.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And yeah, how about this team also following up their shots, getting those offensive boards, also a key for their success.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. They've got Grant. Anderson out there with Matisse Thybulle. Then there's Klingon, and it's Kamare in at the 3, the small forward.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Sabonis. Crafty move. And it's good on the way in.
Getting inside, Sabonis finishes strong. You can see how comfortable he is shooting at that range.
Well, Stan, after 11 seasons with this Blazer organization, Damian Lillard traded away in 2023. What a run he had for Portland.
Incredible, Kevin. Not only in terms of his scoring and his individual honors, but the success he brought to the team. While they didn't get over the top and get to the finals, they were a consistent winner. If you were a fan in Portland, you had a good team to come and watch for all of those years. Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
Here's Kamare. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Already a gifted passer, Henderson has solid vision for such a young player.
Poked away. Sabonis with the ball. Sabonis defending. And it's Lyles in the corner. Here's the floater. The Kings need to get off a shot here. Here's Sabonis. Portland grabs the miss. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Here's Klingon. It's hauled in by Lyles. The Kings trail by 3. Here's Sabonis. And he makes good on the layup. 12 points for Sabonis.
And guys, we see more of this every year. Sabonis looking for his own offense.
And it's Thybulle in the corner. Grant gets a wide open look. Good on the three-point shot.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Over to the left wing. Sabonis, the pass to Monk. Good, and it's Sabonis with the assist that time. Monk's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Kicks it out to Grant. And again, it's Portland with the 3. It's so easy, Coach, to highlight the athleticism, but there's certainly a mental aspect to the game as well. I know you value that as a coach.
You can never, Kevin, overestimate how important intelligence is. I was in the NBA, or have been around the NBA for 30 years, and I have never seen one really good player who wasn't really smart.
Zach LaVine's checked in for Sacramento. Ellis comes in for Carter. Monk for three. Rebound by Williams. Trailblazers leading by 4. And the wide open shot from Avdija. Bangs home the trifecta. Avdija's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, clearly some sort of defensive breakdown there. He is not the kind of guy you give room to at the arc.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Domantas Sabonis set the longest double-double streak in over half a century last season with 61 straight double-doubles. He said, "It's awesome to be mentioned with the greats. It's my job as a big man to get rebounds and to finish. At the end of the day, you're just out there trying to win." Kevin?
Thank you, David. That double-double streak was a blast to watch. Historic in so many ways. That quick look, no good that time. For Portland, they've gone 6 of 8 from the field in the second quarter. Henderson, no good. And it's Sabonis with the ball for the Sacramento Kings. 4-point game.
And how about the confidence on display from LaVine? Just daring the D to get physical with it.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. You know, Stan, as productive as Zach LaVine has been, you get the sense he wants to compete for titles. He wants more than just the individual stuff.
Yeah, and especially, Kevin, at this point in his career, it just hasn't all worked for the teams he's been on yet, but he's still got some time to figure it out.
Yeah, he does. And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
And last season, he was a 70% free throw shooter, something I'm sure he'd like to improve.
Second free throw, no good. Portland has gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. Pass to Kamare. Four on 3 as they bring it up. Three-pointer, Simons drills the three-pointer. Simons has got 14.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Trailblazers lead by 5. Live from Golden One Center. You're watching 2K Sports. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. One of the stories here, Anthony Simons getting it done today.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
DeRozan and Murray slot in at the small and power forward. Zach LaVine is out there with Ellis. And it's Sabonis in at center. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. So it's Portland now. And it's Simons missing. Murray, the pass to Sabonis. Sabonis can't get that one to go. Trailblazers leading by 3. Portland had, Greg, one of the great guard combinations in Clyde Drexler and Terry Porter.
Man, that was one heck of a backcourt. And they really complemented each other so well. Drexler with his explosive scoring ability and Porter who could just do a little bit of everything. And this is why you lob passes Murray's way, because he is so good at catching and finishing.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Outside, LaVine. Back to Murray. For the lead, and he sinks the layup.
And he never stops working. Murray keeps the feet moving and just never out of control. Great play there inside.
Here's Ayton, and Ayton throws it down. Third quarter here, and 5 lead changes so far.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
Count the basket. 16 points for Sabonis.
Well, he knew he had the size advantage to dominate the defense there. Go right at him.
Ellis wide open. Cranes the three-pointer. And now a 4-point Kings lead.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
And Simons, here we go. Pass to Sharp. A kick out to Simons. Back to Sharp. Trailblazers moving the ball around. 6 on the shot clock. Driving in, and then Sharp with the dunk.
And good quickness there. Sharp, exciting to watch when he's in attack mode.
Rosen dishes to Ellis. Murray outside. Good, and the assist goes to Ellis. Ellis has got 3 assists tonight.
And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw early on.
Yeah, you can see it in the hustle stats. These guys have come out with a different mindset and seem much more motivated here in the second half.
Goes up again, and Avdia with the lay-in. Avdia's got 5 now.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
Ellis kicks to Murphy. Wide open look. Avdia with the rebound.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Ayton throws it down.
And dunking the ball is just second nature to Ayton. With the right positioning, he's a threat to throw it down.
Here's DeRozan. And DeRozan throws it down hard.
Oh, that was poetic by DeRozan, showing off what he's capable of.
Loads of expectations come with going #1 overall, Stan. We all know that. Just ask DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah, Kevin, I think he's become one of the more underrated players in this league. He was the top pick in 2018. People will always measure him against that standard. But look, he's averaged a double-double every season in the league. It's not easy to be that consistent.
Monks checked in for the Kings. Henderson attacking. Here's Avdia. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Avdia's got 5 points now this quarter. Monk with the ball. Now Henderson defending. Outside Levine. Stolen by Grant. And they're on the break. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And the combination of athleticism and defense Grant brings is superb. A guy who you can depend on to compete.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. Stan on the floor tonight, one of the best two-way players in the game, Jeremy Grant.
Yeah, Kevin, look, he's become a knockdown three-point shooter, but he also does a great job of putting the ball on the floor, attacking the basket, and getting to the free throw line. He puts a lot of pressure on the defense.
Buries the long-range jumper.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
Henderson against Carter. The Trailblazers have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throw.
And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. Pass to Monk to stop the run. Yes, and it's Ellis picking up the assist. Ellis has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Portland leading, and on the floor for Portland here in the fourth. Bob Williams is out there with Grant. Then there's Matisse Thybulle. Then there's Scoot Henderson. And it's Klingon in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line. We'll see Robert Williams go to the line here. It's on Jonas Valanciunas. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Trailblazers.
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions.
And we're also seeing a lot from them at the arc in this one. Tonight, it's been all about that three ball for these guys.
Just 5 on the clock. Back to Monk. From deep three-point land. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got his 4th rebound in this one. Over Monk. The shot by Williams, no good. The Kings trail by 4. It's up a 3. The shot by Monk is no good. Diversified scoring in this one for him.
I love when everyone can get involved, a full team effort.
Hits the three-point bomb.
And how about the awareness by Klingon, a big man who can sense when one of his teammates is open.
So the wing on the left. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Thybulle for 3. Ellis with some nice D. Sacramento's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Grant against Monk. Stolen by Grant. And Grant with the clear path to the hoop. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Outside, Levine takes the 3. And it's Portland with the rebound. Williams has got his 6th rebound on the night. Grant for 3. Rebound by the Kings. Levine's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Monk. Going inside. Got a hand on it.
And at 7'2", Klingon is a huge shot blocking threat. Guys have got to be careful when he's around.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
It's stolen by Monk. And the drought. Again, the miss by the Kings.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
And there's the call on Matisse Thybulle. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. So Portland ends up going with the new group. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation.
And this is why you go to DeRozan. When they need a bucket, he's a guy that can go out and get it. And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half. And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Hey, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one. Simons against Ellis. Now, here's Simon. D right on him. Clock at 6. There's the 3. Rebound collected by Levine. Levine's got 5 rebounds tonight. And stolen by Sharp. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. That's a 2 from Simons. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. The Kings trail by 5. Ellis, the pass to Sabonis. Tries again. Banked in off the glass.
More and more, this team counts on Sabonis to provide what it needs.
He gets that one. 8 points for DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the court.
Ellis kicks to Sabonis. On the wing, DeRozan. Just 5 to shoot. Good ball movement here by the Kings. Levine wide open. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Sharp, the pass to Abdia. Simons surveying the D. Off target from outside.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And stolen by Sharp. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. It's tipped. Out of bounds. Sacramento will take possession.
Now that's an unforced error. If you want to drive your coach crazy, that's the way to do it.
Got a piece of it. Throws it up high. Here's a bonus. Kept alive by Sacramento. And so it's Portland winning this one. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did.
of the game.
Well, B.A., it's because they're both adept at operating their half-court sets. They don't feel the need to push the tempo all the time.
Here's the starting group for Portland. We've got Denny Avdia and Freddie Simons out there with Sharp. Then it's DeAndre Ayton, and it's Kamare in at the 3. Now here's Simons. Pass to Kamare. 5 to shoot. It's stolen by Curry. Poke loose. Here's Simons. Pajemski grabs the board.
No clue how he misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often.
And there's the foul. It's on Anthony Simons. That's his first foul. Curry looking it over. There's the 3. And Ayton pulls it down. And so it's Ayton with it. He brings it up for Portland. Pass to Simons. And stolen by Green. The 3 from Curry. Counted from distance.
Knocked down from the corner. That's just a walk in the park for Curry.
And Grant, despite the Warriors' success over the last decade, it hasn't always been this way for this franchise.
Yeah, they didn't have many winning seasons before they got Steph, Clay, and Dre. And you know, B.A., from 1978 to 2012, they made the playoffs just 6 times.
3 on the clock. There's Simons with a 3. Again, the miss by Portland. Golden State has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Here's the pick. Left side Curry. Lets it go from deep. And that comes off the assist by Green. Curry's got 6 points.
Yeah, most of the time you assume Curry's 3 ball is falling. That's how good he is.
Simons finds Sharp. Wide open. Good. He hits the jumper.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Now here's Butler. Pass to Green. Outside Pajemski. Green, a screen. The shot by Pajemski, no good.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
Right side Sharp. Avdia outside. There's the triple. Drills it from deep.
Oh, and that's a nice find by one of the youngest players in the league. Sharp with tremendous upside to his game.
Green with a screen on Simons. Curry against Simons. The 3 ball. Curry, no good.
Credit to him for trying to get that 3 right back. Missed the shot, but that's a fighter's mentality.
Sharp, a screen on Curry. And here's Simons outside. Jimmy Butler with a rebound. And it's Butler with the ball for the Warriors. Green, a screen. And again, it's the Warriors missing. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 6 to open up this game. And here's Simons outside. It's Sharp on the wing. Second chance effort. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
And you see right there the practice time Sharp's put in. Sound shooting mechanics for a guy who hasn't played a lot of games in his career.
Now here's Butler. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Curry against Simons. Butler, a screen on Simons. Curry, no good.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Kamare. Off target with the 3. The Warriors trailing. Butler on the wing. He's covered by Simons. Right side Green. And again, it's the Warriors missing. For Portland, they've gone only 3 for 9 from the floor. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not careful there. And the Warriors making a switch here. Heald's checked in. And also a switch here for Portland. Grant's checked in for Kamara. Green with a screen on Avdia to win the cold spell. And Jimmy Butler with the 3.
Nice shot from Butler, making himself a threat from downtown.
Simons with it. Green picks him up. Pass to Avdia from outside the arc. Pure from 3-point range. Abdia's got 6 points.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at it.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Now here's Heel. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Simons outside. Abdia outside. Outside Sharp. Here's the three. Here's Ayton. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. 1 quarter in the books. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Portland.
Well, it's simple. When you can dominate the boards at both ends, you can control the second chance touches.
And rebounding numbers, sometimes we overlook them, but they can have a big effect on the outcome.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second. Klingon out there with Jeremy Grant. Then it's Matisse Thybulle. Then there's Scoot Henderson. And it's Kamari in at the small forward position.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
I've been on the edge of my seat courtside. Man, this has been a barn burner.
Now here's Grant. Still without a bucket. Thybulle with it, and it's Heel picking him up. Payton with a steal. 3-on-3 from behind the arc. Ooh, almost had a 4-point play right there. But he'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
Team foul.
Well, we might as well count those free throw shots. Curry is automatic at the line.
You know, for all the accolades thrown Stephen Curry's way, Richard, I've heard you say he might be the best conditioned player ever.
Absolutely. When you think about all the ground he covers every single game, his stamina is still something that I will always be impressed with.
The Warriors lead by 4. Outside Kuminga. There's a screen by Kuminga. Curry against Henderson. Beyond the arc. And it's Portland with a rebound.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Here's Kamari. 3-pointer, no good. The Warriors have gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. Outside Heel. Buries it from 3. Heald's got himself on the board with a 3 there.
You got to expect this from a high-volume shooter with range like Hield. He loves to let threes fly from everywhere.
They set the pick. Pass to Klingon. Shoots over Kuminga. Outside for Henderson. And here's Grant from the arc. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Yeah, great find right there by Henderson. He is such a gifted facilitator.
Curry against Henderson. Curry, no good.
And he continues to cast away, but the results just haven't been there tonight.
Outside Thybulle. Outside for Grant. Launches it. The rebound by Payton.
That's staying connected to the shooter and timing the contest.
The 3 from Curry. Oh, Curry, a sick triple. All right, I don't want to make you feel too old here, RJ, but you did get drafted back in 2001. What's the biggest change to the game, you think?
Oh, I think without a doubt the physicality and the 3-ball. Teams are not as physical, and they shoot a lot more threes. When I came in, they were barely shooting them. Now that's all that matters.
Now here's Curry. He's got 14. Pass to Kuminga. Now Jackson Davis. Jackson Davis, a screen. From deep. Another 3 for Golden State.
You knew it was coming because Steph, this man loves a good duel.
And here's Grant from the arc. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, Coach Steve Kerr said of Jonathan Kuminga, we were trying really for a long time to get him to attack, get the ball in the paint, and dunk it because he's unstoppable there. You just don't know when something's going to click, but it has clicked, and it's beautiful to see.
He has certainly found his lane, Allie. Thank you. Now here's Kuminga. 7-point game, biggest lead so far. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Warriors.
From the tip, they are not making things easy on them. Lots of steals, playing disruptive basketball.
And I've also liked how they've attacked the opposition off of turnovers. I mean, just making them pay for every...
Oh, Kuminga! Hop for days!
Look at Hield's unselfish approach. He's working to find everyone to look, not just himself.
Pass to Graham to win the run. And it's Stephen Curry with the rebound. The Warriors lead by 12. Puts up a deep three. Kept alive. Outside Hield from the arc. He can't hit that time. The Trailblazers have gotten only 2 of 8 field goals to go in the second. Fires the three. Hauled in by Curry. Here's Jackson Davis. And here's Kuminga for 3. The shot no good. And so it's the Golden State Warriors going into the break up 12. And they've got a comfortable lead in large part due to their 3-point shooting. Back after this. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Stephen Curry having a dominant impact in this game.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
Curry and Pods make up the backcourt. Jimmy Butler out there with Moody, and it's Green in at the 5. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Blockbuster trades have become more the norm here in the NBA, Graham. Just ask Portland in 2023.
Yeah, the Trailblazers were at the center of some big moves, but that's just how it's done now. Entire teams can be restructured in the process of a single transaction.
Podziemski's shot is good.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal. Let's just say they weren't on the same page there. Not sure he was expecting that pass.
Outside Curry. Green with a screen on Simons. And here's Curry for 3. And the Warriors with another 3.
On a night like tonight, Steph Curry is must-watch basketball. He can score from anywhere.
Ayton, the screen on Butler. Shoots. Outside Sharp, puts up a 3. Nails it from 3. Sharp's got 7 points in the game.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
Outside Podziemski. The 3 is up. Sinks it from distance. Podziemski's got 6 in the quarter.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Green with a screen on Sharp. No good on the triple. Blazers trail by 18. Jacks up a 3. The rebound by Moody. Pass to Green. There's a screen. 3-pointer. And Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got a rebound number 12 here already in the game. Simons passes to Ayton. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Ayton's got his first bucket in this one.
That is a strong move by Ayton. He is merciless in there.
The 3 from Curry. And the Warriors miss again. The Trailblazers have got just 2 of 6 in the second half. And the three-pointer goes.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Outside Pajemski. 1:51 left in the third. Takes the three. Nails it from beyond the arc. 9 points in the game.
Proving once again, he is one of the best shooters in the league.
And how about Brandon Pajemski, Richard? When he's given the minutes, he can stuff the stat sheet.
Yeah, even when it comes to his rebounding, BA, that's the result of great heart, great hustle, and great timing. His teammates feed off his energy.
Three-pointer. Great D that time from Simons. Blazers trail by 16. The three. Another miss by Simons. Golden State has gone 4 of 9 from beyond the arc since the break. And here's Curry for three. Fires in the triple. Curry's got 6 points in the quarter.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
He just keeps firing from distance. I know he's trying to heat up, but at what cost?
Butler against Sharp. Puts it up. Butler can't get it to go. And so it's Avdia with it. He brings it up for Portland. Trailing by 19. Sharp, no good. The Warriors have gone 5 of 11 in this third quarter. There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. And it's Green missing. The Trailblazers shooting a less than average 27% in the third quarter. Ayton, no good. Ayton against Curry. It's good! It's good at the buzzer! Wow! Makes it. Stephen Curry getting it done for the Warriors. Hit a couple from downtown this quarter. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth. Williams is out there with Jeremy Grant. Then there's Scoot Henderson. Then there's Delano Banton. And it's Klingon in at center. Here's Looney. That three's off the mark. Blazers trail by 18 from deep three-point land. And the Warriors miss again. Launches it from deep. Klingon's shot is off.
Maybe he thinks he has that type of range, but I don't think his coaches will agree.
Yeah, and you're not going to just have the green light for long if you're chucking up bombs like that.
The Trailblazers have gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. And a miss there on the triple. The Warriors lead by 18. Outside heel. Drops in the three.
Comes right off the pick and knocks it down. Great use of the screen by Hill.
From deep. The rebound by Payton.
That was a good possession. They got a clean look. The shot just didn't fall.
And here's Kuminga for 3. It's stolen by Henderson. Now the Blazers moving it up. Puts up a deep 3. On target from range.
Yeah, maybe outside Henderson's range, but the confidence showing through, and the defense not ready for him to shoot from that far out.
The shot by Looney, no good. Blazers trail by 18. On the wing, Grant. Lets the 3 fly. It's rebounded by Golden State. Looney's got his 4th rebound in this one. Kuminga with it. Picked up by Grant. Payton. Off target from 3-point range. The Trailblazers have gone 2 for 7 from the field here in the fourth. Not great. Golden State has gone just 1 of 6 from downtown in this final quarter. Curry from deep 3-point land. And the Warriors miss again.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistent.
Here's Peyton. The three-pointer off the mark. Blazers trail by 18. Out of bounds. It'll be Warriors ball.
Horrible mistake right there. You hate to see unforced turnovers like that.
And the Warriors will go with a different look here. Green's checked in for Looney. Jimmy Butler comes in for Kuminga. Moody's checked in for Peyton. And it's Brandon Pajemski in for Heel. 4-3. And that's good. Stephen Curry for 3. Curry's got 11 in the second half.
Woo! That man is laser focused. Now, that's bad defense for a team that has a long way to go to catch up.
Effort like this makes you wonder if they've already packed it in for the game, ready to go on to the next. Gotta at least show a little heart out here.
They get the rebound. Pass to Kamari. Butler with a steal. From deep three-point land. The shot by Pajemski, no good. Blazers trail by 21. Avdia from outside. Pajemski grabs the board. Pajemski's got his 6th rebound on the night. And here's Butler outside. Drills it from deep.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition.
Oh, from long range.
What a shot.
You can't guard that. That is unguardable.
Fires from way outside. Portland with a rebound. Fires away from way outside. Offensive rebound. Let's go with a 3. Knocks down the long J.
Nice find from the big man, Aiden. I like watching this man scan the floor.
And here's Green from the arc. Rebounded by Kamari. Portland's shooting 27% here in the 4th. Launches it from deep. Simons outside. Launches a 3. Another miss by Simons. Boy, this could snowball if they continue to put up points.
I can't say enough about their performance.
Here's Pajemski. And again, no good by Golden State. And it's Simons with the ball for the Trailblazers. From deep three-point land. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Boy, it's been a minute since they last scored.
It has been. And at what point do you alter your strategy? Try to get back on track.
Puts up a deep 3. Curry from deep three-point land. Missed it. And so Golden State takes this one, and by a big margin. A competitive game.
Some great guards going head-to-head in this one. Brent, what will you keep your eye on in that matchup?
Well, Kevin, you're pointing out the guard play, so this is when they have a chance to go one-on-one. Which of these tandems can stand out against the other? Tons of pick and roll, tons of creativity, and we'll see which of these guys can pair off tonight to win this contest.
Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. The post pair form will be Murray and Sabonis. Ellis is out there with Levine, and it's DeRozan in at the small forward. Sabonis, and he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. David Aldridge had a chance to catch up with head coach Steve Kerr. What do you have to say?
When asked Coach about his top priority of this game, he said, without hesitating, containing Sabonis. He added, he's a skilled low-post player who plays with a lot of power. And when he's not scoring, he's making plays for his teammates. So the defense has its work cut out for them. Guys?
All right, thank you, David.
Getting aggressive inside. DeRozan refuses to waste that opportunity.
Now in the later stages of his career, Greg, DeMar DeRozan continues to be a master from the mid-range.
Kevin, we all know he loves that area of the floor. And what makes him so effective, the footwork. He's so good at backing guys down and creating space to get that jumper off.
Now Butler. After the missed three from Stephen Curry. From about 19 feet.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Curry. Pass to Podziemski. Some nice passing by Golden State here. 6 on the shot clock, and the wide open shot from Green. And the three ball is good.
Well, he's doing such a good job of reading the defense coming out of the pick and roll and recognizing what's going on the floor.
Green with the block. And he recovers it. Three-pointer, Butler. Offensive rebound. Moody the pass to Green. Three-pointer. No good. His first miss after 3 makes. For Sacramento, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Here's DeRozan. DeRozan can't get that one to fall. Warriors have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Sacramento making a switch here. Monk's checked in.
In for the Kings, number 0.
On the wing, Green. 8 points for him. Yep, it counts.
Draymond's ball handling can be problematic for defenders at his size. You don't see guys get off the bounce like he does.
Now here's DeRozan. Sacramento again missing.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
It seems likely that the Warriors' title run under Steph Curry, Brent, has probably come to a close.
I'm not going to count Steph Curry out quite yet, Kevin, but they have added some quality youngsters. They're trying to grow that group. How fast can they bring those kids along to championship caliber players? That's the big question. They're going to win their share of games.
Podziemski finds Moody. From deep, Green. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. It's a 9-point spread. Pass to DeRozan. Podziemski grabs the board.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Here's Moody. Off target from 3-point range. Curry against DeRozan. In it goes. That's his 3rd bucket. He's missed 5 so far.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
56 seconds left in the first quarter of the game.
And it doesn't even matter that he's surrounded on that possession. He's got the size to pull those boards down anyway.
Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Warriors leading by 7 from deep. Green. And Sabonis pulls it down. Sabonis has got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's DeRozan. Made that one only his 4th of this game after firing 10 times from the floor.
And guys, I just love watching DeRozan work in the open floor. So good at leaking out and converting. Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
To the middle. Sabonis kicks to DeRozan. Sabonis inside. Guarded by Green. Goes back up. 4 seconds left. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And it goes on Draymond Green. The Kings shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And a season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line.
Oh, he got it to go.
Patient. Bam. Whew. Wow.
And that does it for the first quarter. Warriors lead by 6. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
Let's make sure that that selfish nerve doesn't get tapped, because right now there's great ball movement. They're setting each other up. Let's see if that maintains.
On the court right now for the Kings. Carter out there with Monk. Then it's Trey Lyons. Then it's Sabonis. And it's LaRavia in at the 3, the small forward. Hield with the bucket.
Yeah, watching Hield shoot is quite astonishing. He does a great job of establishing his feet as a foundation for his three-point shot.
Carter drives in. Monk outside. Here's Sabonis. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Brent, Domantas Sabonis is truly a player you can run an offense through.
Yeah, he's a guy that you can basically put anywhere on the floor, and all of a sudden good things are going to happen, whether he's playing out of the post and dealing with double teams, or he's at the top of the key, able to read the defense, using his vision and his ability as a big to drive the basketball. Domantas, one of the better playmaking 5s that we have in the NBA.
Curry's shot is off. The Kings trail by 3. Here's Monk, and there's the drive, and then Monk with the dunk.
And how committed is Monk there on the attack to the rim? When he puts it on the deck, he's looking to take it all the way.
Jacks up a 3, and the Warriors miss again.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Kuminga, and again no good by Golden State. And it's Sabonis with the ball for the Kings. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points from downtown. It's rebounded by Curry. Golden State's gotten into trouble with the 3-ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Kuminga kicks to Curry. The 3. Steph, perfection from the arc.
Honestly, guys, Curry is the best three-point shooter I've ever seen.
Monk, the pass to Sabonis. And the shot goes in.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Here's Curry with the 3. It's hauled in by Lyles. The Kings trailing, and it's Carter penetrating. Pass to Sabonis. It's stolen by Kuminga, and they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity, and he's got his first chance at the line here.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why. And you know with Curry, what impresses me most is his efficiency. That's not something we normally see in a high-volume jump shooter.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Trace Jackson-Davis. Jimmy Butler comes in for Kuminga. Moses Moody, he's checked in for Peyton. And it's Brandon Pajemski in for Hield. On its way from DeRozan for 2. And there are the Kings with another bucket. And Greg, you think about what they call float game. Why does that one shot earn a nickname like that?
I mean, it's a badge of respect, right? The floaters, teardrops, whatever you call them, runners, often the finishing touch to an already well-developed offensive arsenal.
The Warriors leading. Outside Butler. And 1:01 left now here in the second. Pass to Curry. Butler sets a screen for Curry. Gets an open look and hits. Curry's got his third basket of the night right there.
He has perfected his ability in the pick and roll. Curry going to work.
DeRozan's shot is off. The shot by Butler, nobody around. His three-pointer's off the mark. The Kings trail by 3. DeRozan for 3. That doesn't go either for DeRozan.
Not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots, not the wild one he took there.
Podziemski's shot is good. Podziemski's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. The Kings have gone 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Levine finds DeRozan. Pass to Ellis. Back to DeRozan. He gets it up. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so that's the end of the first half. The Warriors on top, leading by 6. It's time now to... Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. In the backcourt, we'll see Curry and Podziemski. Moses Moody is out there with Butler. And it's Green in at the 5 down low. That's Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half. Well, Brent, last season was disappointing for the Kings after being eliminated in the play-in.
Yeah, a little bit of regression. They did have some key injuries to some guys in the stretch of the season that was vital for them to make the playoff push. But I think it helped them realize just how fun the playoffs are and just how hard it is to get back there. And maybe in this offseason they come back a little bit more focused, knowing how loaded the Western Conference is.
Well, it's refreshing to see Green not just help run the offense, but also be involved with production.
That one's in there. The Warrior lead is cut down now to just 6, and the basket from DeMar DeRozan. Stolen by Ellis. And now Ellis running the floor all by himself. Another miss by DeRozan. And so it's Butler with it. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. For the 3. Butler, a screen on DeRozan. Moody's shot is off. The Kings trail by 6. Right side, DeRozan. Over Moody. Jimmy Butler comes up with the rebound. Butler's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Oh, Butler draining the 3.
I don't think the defense expected Jimmy Butler to rise up from there. He can do that.
The wide open look here for DeRozan. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Three-pointer, Butler. Sacramento grabs the miss. DeRozan with it. Now Green defending. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It goes on Moses Moody.
And with his hard-charging style, DeRozan gets himself to the line quite a bit, and it helps that he can finish through contact.
And the Warriors making a change here. Payton's checked in. Green with a screen for Butler. Sinks the three-pointer. Butler's got 6 here in this quarter.
Nice to see Butler drain the 3 ball. This really opens up the rest of his game.
And Jimmy Butler put together, Brent, one of the all-time playoff runs, leading the Heat to the finals in 2023.
Yeah, you don't want to live in or dwell on the past, but man, Miami being the 8th seed that year, Kevin, and with Jimmy putting up 38 a game in that first round against the Bucks. Guy earned the MVP of the Eastern Conference Finals. What a run.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
Curry on the wing. 1:46 left to play in the third. Butler sets a screen for Curry. 5 on the clock. Lets it fly. Another miss by Curry.
Well, he's using the force, but in the worst way possible right now. He just needs to dial it back and look to work the ball around the floor to his teammates.
Outside for Murray. Back to DeRozan. For the tie. From past the arc. Warriors with the rebound. Green's got his 4th rebound in this one. And the Warriors miss again. The Kings trail by 3. Over to the wing. On the wing, DeRozan. Covered by Payton.
Always impressive when a smaller player has a nose for the ball and rises up amongst the taller ones to grab rebounds.
And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Payton's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Ellis kicks to DeRozan. Over Payton. DeRozan's shot is off.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
On the wing, DeRozan. Curry against Ellis. Oh, the lob to DeRozan. It's stolen by Green. Ball's knocked loose and taken away by Ellis. 3 seconds left. And DeRozan throws it down hard.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Warriors lead by 4. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Warriors leading by 4. On the court right now for the Kings. Trey Lyles out there with Jonas Valanciunas. Then it's Malik Monk. Then it's Zach LaVine. And it's Ellis at the 1. LaVine for 3. It's hauled in by Jackson Davis. Fires from deep. It's hauled in by the Kings. Valanciunas has got 4 rebounds now tonight. LaVine for 3. And Curry pulls it down. Curry's got 4 rebounds in this game. On the wing, Payton. Releases. Outside, Kuminga. This one for 3. Hits it from 3-point range. Kuminga's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Warriors. Ellis surveying the D. Fires from way outside. Sacramento again misses. Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Here's Kuminga. No good from outside. The Kings trail by 7. Right side, LaVine. Shoots in deep, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
Valanciunas with brute force on that play, and you get inside like that, you got to hit the guy.
Between rebounding, interior scoring, and he shoots the 3. Brent, there's a lot to like about Jonas Valanciunas.
Yeah, Valanciunas has done a really good job of growing his game, Kevin, in today's game. I mean, the modern NBA have shooting bigs. JV has stepped out and proves that he can hit shots from the top of the key, but it's still that grinding, tough, physical play that you want on a nightly basis, and he gives it to you.
Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. 2 points. That one goes.
Well, a little physicality for a little guy goes a long way, but a little physicality from a big guy, that goes Valanciunas' way.
On its way from Curry for 2. And again, no good by Golden State.
Oof, rough shooting night tonight, but you can't fault him for the effort.
Valanciunas against Kuminga. That one's in there. The Warrior lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Valanciunas.
Valanciunas, one of the bigger men in the league. He loves to live in the paint.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Kevon Looney. Jimmy Butler comes in for Kuminga. And it's Moses Moody in for Peyton. Sabonis, a miss that time, would have put him up. The Warriors shooting only 31% their offense, really struggling to put possessions together.
What worked from Steph Curry gets open and makes it look easy. Wow.
Sabonis, the pass to Levine. Ellis kicks to DeRozan. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Good on the first, and that narrows the lead down to just 3.
And I like the aggressiveness of DeMar DeRozan's game. He's constantly testing the defense, looking for any weakness he can exploit to get a bucket.
Valanciunas, who's checked in for Sabonis. Curry outside. Rebounded by Valanciunas.
It's been a struggle all night long from deep, but doesn't seem like he's lost his confidence. He's still letting them rip.
Offensive rebound. DeRozan for 3. To tie it up. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Valanciunas has got 8 points in the quarter.
Big bucket from the big man as Valanciunas knocks it in.
Ellis against Curry. Pass to Podziemski. Green with a screen on Levine. 6 to shoot. Here's Podziemski. And they'll get another chance. Butler dishes to Curry. The kick outside to Butler. Valanciunas against Green to take the lead. Good!
Whoa, the nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
There's Green, plenty of space. Got it! And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
Fearless. Draymond Green gets it done in the moment.
Ellis bounce pass. Here's Valanciunas. The Warriors pull it in. They've led by as many as 11 points. Green deciding where to go with it. Takes a 3. Off target from downtown. Now Valanciunas. Got it!
Well, that's excellent. Get the ball down deep inside and cash in on a simple basket.
Curry fires from way outside. A three-pointer. Good. What a shot. But they made. And the officials are signaling for a video review of the last-second buzzer beater. Boy, this game hangs in the balance of the review now.
And to me, guys, it looks pretty clear-cut on the instant replay. I mean, the ball was out of his hands in time. I think they'll confirm this one pretty quickly.
The officials have made their decision. The basket, as we thought, will count. It took a little while to check the replay.